Hey, happy 4th of July, 2021. I was going to put my cowboy hat on and I realized, I got my Kung Fu shirt on. I used to wear that. Actually, that's not entirely true. When I used to teach outdoors in the parks, I used to, of course, wear my cowboy hat because sometimes it would rain in the afternoon or drizzle and stuff. So I actually guess I could have worn my cowboy hat after all. But anyway, let's see, in terms of the radiation, man, I woke up last night in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep. My butt was just burning and itching so bad. It took a half an hour to put a whole bunch of the lidocaine sunburn lotion on there and wait for that to get to a point where I could go to sleep. I was talking to my mom today, and she was recommending that I may need some sort of pain control. And yeah, I might. I'm not sure. I told her I was considering acetaminophen. I'd already talked to my brother Tom about it. I'm anticipating if it's going to get worse, what would be my first level of response. My mom said the acetaminophen may be hard on my stomach. I don't know, it might be true. I got a kind of a sensitive stomach because I had an ulcer when I was a teenager. So my stomach's always been a little more sensitive than I'd like. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the burning from the radiation is an issue. Chemotherapy is not much of an issue. Overall health, just slightly sluggish. Can't eat a half a meal. I really can't. I even a whole granola bar. I was like, eat 3/4. So it's like, I'm not going to save this hoarder for later. So, but anyway, but that's good. Like I said, I'm actually want to lose some weight. In fact, I was looking at myself yesterday. I was going to show my picture, myself in. I said that. I think was it the last one, and then it ran off. I had to go to the bathroom or something. I don't know. Should I show you my shirt off? Lighting's not real good right now. I don't know if that'll look bad or worse because I got minimal lighting, so might be a little more. I don't know. But anyway, need to do more Kung Fu. Always need to do more Kung Fu. I mean, well, actually, it's not true. There have been times in my life when I did 5-6 hours Kung Fu a day. So there have been times when I've done lots and lots of Kung Fu. Just not lately. And made some progress with the videos, these videos even. It took me, I lost like 4 or 5 days because of this intro program. When I was looking for titles, I found this scrapbook program. You put your pictures in there and then it flips the page and shows you your album credits. I thought, that's cute, because that's kind of what I'm doing, a scrapbook. I might, like a guy who might not be around anymore. And so I used that, but that thing was causing me all kinds of troubles on the encoding and mixing it with my video. So that's what was causing, I think, 90% of my trouble, if not all of them, in the last week. So I've lost like a week in working in video. It's been very frustrating last week. But anyway, I've just crossed that hurdle. So I get up this morning and think, all right, I'm going to get in there and just start pumping out some videos. And my 24 terabyte hard drive crashed. It's actually a 12 and 12 RAID. But I decided I needed full to 24 because I've already used like maybe 20 terabytes already, or 18 or 19. So anyway, it's the 212 terabytes in one case, but it's a 24 terabyte hard drive, and it locked up on me for the first time. Thought, well, that's weird. So I restart the computer, locked up again. Everything, Finder, everything on the computer locks up when I try to open that computer. So then I got out the diagnostics, and I went through it with the disk utility in Apple and tested the hard drive and did this. I got a WD, a Western Digital tester too, and I used that and I tested the hard drive. And everybody said, hey, it's working great. I was like, no, it's not. It's not. I'm telling you, it's crashing my computer. So anyway, I had to figure out a shortcut. I'm going to share it with you just because it was something that I just guessed at and it worked. Whenever I would click on that hard drive, and the window would open, that window would always freeze. I couldn't move the components in that window looking at my external hard drive. And then I'd lose my finder on everything else on my computer. Everything would jam up when I would try to look at that hard drive. And it happened, like I said, 4 or 5 times restarting the computer. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna try to trick my computer and just see if it works. And it worked. So what I did was I opened up a browser window. Now the one that was jamming up was in list view. So I thought, I'm gonna open it in browser view. So it's gonna open up with icons, instead. So it'll actually, or not icons, but it'll be in folders, kind of. And anyway, I guess that is icons. But anyway, I reset the browser to that instead of the list view. And then I opened up that external hard drive in that browser in the different view, and pop, it worked. I spent an hour trying to fix my hard drive, and all I really needed to do, it was somehow the browser was locked up. I needed to change the browser and then open up my hard drive with that browser view changed, and then it was able to access everything on that computer. It's like, geez. So I'm sharing that with you. I've never heard anybody say that before, but that was definitely what cured my problem. So anyway, now I can go gung-ho. It's 4th of July. I got like 12, 13 videos to publish. This is number 13, I think, videos. So I've got to finish all these videos, edit them, and get them all up there, at least, And I'm improving them. I'm taking them. I'm trying to work myself up to a higher professional level. I'm taking the videos, and then I'm extracting the audio from this thing. Oh, in fact, I forgot to do something. I noticed that there was a lot of echo from the kitchen over here. And this guard is what I use for my Kung Fu class, but I moved the camera forward, so it's not really employed. So it'll be interesting in this video. If it's improved, the sound is improved right now, it's because I moved it's a chalkboard, a chalkboard over here, and then I got a big blanket draped over it. So it's like having a big blanket and a chalkboard on the other side of it. So that's what's blocking the echo from my kitchen. So hopefully the sound is improved right now. So I got to remember to always do that, move this thing over. Okay, so anyway, where were we? Today, I'm going to work on the videos. That's it. I got to do one thing at a time, until I get under control. And right now, I've spent this entire week trying to get these videos under control. But I will. That's the whole thing. I'm going to get it. I mean, I thought I'd have it under control 5 days ago, so. I'm a little frustrated, and not as frustrated as maybe I even should be, but anyway, I'm gonna get there. And in terms of the Kung Fu Cowboy album, I started with that Damien Keyes Music Business Academy, and that's how he makes his money, is teaching millennials how to get more views and follows and streams and things for your songs. So he's a marketing specialist. So anyway, he was at a chat room on Thursday, so I had my first chat room. He noticed my comment, made a comment, said, "Oh, well, contact me on the other site, and, contact me DM," which I guess is direct message. I'm a little out of touch with a lot of the language now. And so I can actually talk to him personally. So he knows who I am. I can talk to him. I made contact. He's my PR guy. So remember, I'm one of, I don't know, maybe he's got a couple hundred people, maybe not that many. In that visit the other day, there was about 20, 30 people. So in terms of who he's actively helping, and maybe some of these people are only halfway active, and maybe they were active and they're between. So, but anyway, so I made some contact there. So that's, to me, progress. I even told my mom about that when I talked to her on the phone, that I updated everybody, called my dad, both my brothers and my mom, give them an update. And they, my mom was kind of funny. I told her I'd hired this guy and I was going to try to make my album. It says, "Oh, that's good. It's good for you to stay busy." I said, "It's not about being busy, Mom. It's about trying to be successful." And she was just kind of like, I don't know if she grunted or something, but she wasn't going to say, "Oh, yes, of course." But no, she wasn't going to say that. She does not believe in me. She doesn't believe that success is possible for me still. And I said, "Well, okay, I'm sorry, Mom. I understand. When I strike gold, then you'll know there's gold there." So, I understand. So I've said that to her, So until she sees me strike gold, she's never going to believe I've got any. So that's all there is to it. I accept that. That's the way it is. So anyway, where were we? Let me get out. Oh, I didn't get my Taoism. Can I remember anything about, I probably already told you this one off the cuff. Of course, it was one of his most famous ones. It's a knowledge to know others and wisdom to know yourself. And that's kind of the exciting thing about my time in my life right now, is I'm really all about relearning who I am. Because for the last 30 years, I thought I was going to be a father and a a friend, a partner to my kids and my ex-wife. So I had this whole thing laid out for the whole rest of my life. But it's kind of like my family got killed in a car crash or a plane crash, and I lost both my kids and I lost my ex-wife. And it's like, because they have nothing to do. They haven't even called me in the last week to check on me. You know, my kids didn't call me on Father's Day. So I just watched a Jordan Peterson video a while ago, and he was talking about, sometimes you have to walk away from your family, you know, because you're enabling them. If you allow them to ignore you, if you support their treating you badly, you're not doing them any favors. So, you know, and they're not doing me any favors, you know, and they don't want to do me any favors, which is really the big thing, you know. And he kind of analyzed, well, if a friend is a friend, they'll do this and this and this. And my kids aren't my friend. So anyway, I've got to just kind of feel more happy about the fact that I don't have them, I guess, more in my life. Because the worst thing would be if I had my kids in my life and they really didn't like me. Oh, today's 4th of July, and I finally announced on Facebook. I said, Happy 4th of July. I have cancer. And then I gave a bunch of details and put a link to this podcast, the first podcast of this series. So let me get out there and make some more podcasts. Actually just edit and get them up on YouTube. So now YouTube is my big problem, getting them uploaded. But no, Premiere has been the huge problem for me, just jamming up. But now they're not. And so it's like, wow, now I can maybe get all the videos done today. I've been working all week just trying to get one. It's like, okay. Like I said, it's been a frustrating week. And then having a painful butt itch, that doesn't help either. So, and it ain't gonna get better. That's the worst part. But anyway, let's see if I can smile through the whole thing.
In a car, I look like a penguin with the movie star, all dressed up for the high school prom. Let's get to dancing and party till dawn. It's my high school graduation. 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 10 years pass like a trip on a boat, stuck in the middle of a root beer float. From job to job with a college degree, gotta keep working to pay for that degree. It's my high school 10-year reunion. It's my high school 10-year reunion. It's my high school 10-year reunion. Well, you know what it is. I'm spitting out babies for the big machine. Everybody's measured by their stack of green. I'm just taking pictures for a magazine. I shouldn't be embarrassed, I don't fit their scene. It's my high school 20-year reunion. It's my high school 20-year reunion. It's my high school 20-year reunion. Why did I try to ever fit in? Why did I try to ever give away my time in life to be divorced with a second wife? Kids in high school don't really care whether their parents are losing their hair. It's my high school 30-year reunion. It's my high school. It's my high school 30-year reunion. It's my high school 30-year reunion. I just want to do what is